Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to my reaction discussion for episode 23 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Before we get into the episode, I want to get your guys' opinion of my new background lighting. I'm trying something out a little bit different. I'm liking it. I got this kind of like Aurora light machine from Amazon, and I think it looks pretty nice. I know it would look better if it was darker in here. I've got these like blackout curtains, but they're too short, so you can still, some light still gets in. So I want to get some longer blackout lights, but I feel like once it's truly dark in this room, the lighting would just pop even more. But I kind of like this. I think I might stick with this from now on. It's just really cozy in here. I like it. Anyway, I'm sorry to talk about so much about my lighting, but if you guys are interested in the lighting machine that I have, I will have it linked down below if you'd like to check it out. I'm not sponsored. This is just something I bought with my own money. But yeah, I like it. I think it looks pretty neat. But anyway, moving on to last week's episode is we got a little bit of kind of some downtime between the first mage exam and the second mage exam. So it was basically just back to the three amigos back together again, Frieren and Stark hanging out, having a good time, eating some good food, and we got to see a little bit more of the other characters as well that are also competing in the mage exam. Learn a little bit more about them, but on to the exciting thing is the reveal of what the next mage exam is going to be, and it's something I am super excited for because it tickles my little RPG Dungeons and Dragons brain. Like it's them going into a labyrinth and they have to accomplish something in a labyrinth. It just gives like vibes of playing an RPG and going into a dungeon. And I just think it's going to be really fun, and there's going to be monsters and stuff. So I'm super jazzed about it. I was a little meh about the first exam. I think this one I'm really going to like. So I'm very excited. And also the examiner who has created this test, apparently no one has ever passed one of her exams before. So no pressure. Anyway, I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and watch this episode. I'll give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Let's go. Northern Lands, ruins of the King's Tomb. All right, we're jumping right into it, which I appreciate. I wonder if she's gonna say straight up like, I don't expect any of you to actually pass. So she's saying no need. The exam itself is simple. We'll see. All right, conquering the labyrinth. A dungeon raid, hell yeah. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, this really does sound like a video game, doesn't it? Do they have to get some sort of treasure? They say a raid, right? Oh, okay. She makes it seem simple, but obviously there's more to it than that. Damn, she's like, if you fail, that's a skill issue on your part. Oh, damn. So she's like, I'll make it because, I'm a first-rate mage. So I can figure it out, so you guys should be able to figure it out too. So it seems like there's no, yeah, there's no groups. It's, oh, everybody is on their own. And this could create a situation where people could sabotage the other mages. At least they have an out. She says herself she's a pacifist. She doesn't want people to die. Yet, when she was talking with the other proctors, she seemed very indifferent to people's lives. So they have a time limit as well. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for this one. I don't know, the first one just like you have to catch a bird. I guess it's like they're easing their way into it, right? But there will still people that are probably are going to work together. See, it's like they just I guess it's a whole thing. If you work together, you have a greater chance of actually being able to make it through. So it's a situation where you can choose to either do it on your own, but it might make more sense to work with other people. I feel like the third exam is going to be like people have to fight against each other. Like there is going to be no teamwork. Yeah, straight up here it is. It's beginning where they're like, we don't have to work together. I like this. There's the strategizing. You guys got a good point though, yeah. But like people could betray you. Why do I feel like he's gonna be the first to either die? I wonder if we're gonna have people actually dying in this, either die or fail. Look at him, he's just like, well, natural leader, right? I'm glad that they get to I'm glad they get to work together. It was sad to have them apart. Also, I still think Frieren shouldn't have to do this after she broke that she get a oh. Okay, what's this? But like after she broke the barrier, right? So I wonder if the proctor, like, she sees them as the most likely to make it through. So even she doesn't know how to make it to the bottom, and yet she's the one that's administrating the test. Oh my gosh, this really is like a game or like a Dungeons and Dragons. Like you got a map or you're creating a map. It's like when you're running along and then the map slowly, like you can see it start to open up. So this girl has never actually been inside the dungeons. You'd think that as someone who is the proctor, she should do it herself to make sure it's possible to actually be done. But like she said, first-rate mages make the impossible possible. Oh, here she's talking about Himmel. I mean, there's people who play games. Either you love dungeons or you hate them. I guess you kind of you could look at it if you like puzzles. It's kind of like a puzzle. He would be definitely he's a completionist in a game. He's the one that's like, I know there's nothing down this way, but I'm gonna go do it anyway because I have to unlock every part of the map. That's cute that she likes going into the dungeon because it reminds her of Himmel. I wonder if these guys are all going to work together despite the fact that they fought each other before. I mean, they know the potential of these girls. Like, you know, they are stronger than they give them credit for. Or is he going to be like, I want to fucking kill them after I failed to before? They have to be careful, though. They're on a time limit. But, you know, slow and steady, right? Oh no, Frieren! Mimics! Isn't that like... She always falls for mimics, at least from what we've seen. Oh, Frieren's definitely... We're gonna see her in a mimic, aren't we? I forgot about that. Please let us see that. There it is, because she just can't help it, because there might be a grimoire in there, or a treasure. Yep. That's like her Achilles heel. She just can't help herself. Oh no. If she gets attacked by the mimic, the proctor's going to be like, "This is the one that broke through the impenetrable barrier, huh?" Yeah, it's yeah. That should be disqualifying. That should be disqualifying. She's like, these are the ones I chose to follow, huh? Yeah, exactly. Did I choose the wrong people to follow? All right, didn't they say in the last episode, yeah, that there were going to be gargoyles? And there was something about a mimic too, I think. I forgot all about that. Denkin, it feels like, I mean, they're all working together and doing stuff, but Denkin feels like he's that one guy in a group project who does all the work, and then everyone else is just basically getting the credit for it as well. But they're pulling their own. But Denkin's the one who obviously has the experience and knows how to navigate dungeons. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh damn. Are we actually going to get to see a death here from a girl who looks quite young? Because the thing is, you got to have stakes in this. Like, if it's something that's going to be high risk, if everyone survives, it feels a little bit unrealistic. I feel like that would just. I know it's a. I would say it's a childish looking anime, but it has. It's very fantasy like, but as I've watched anime that have a cutesy look to it, uh, they they can also not shy away from dangerous and deadly situations. So she's out. Looking of everybody on there, she did kind of look like the weak link, maybe just because she was young and she didn't really speak much. But yeah, she seemed like the one that was going to be out first. The rest of the episode is she's just going to be stuck in that mimic. Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious if, like, you're going to the other groups and seeing what they're doing, and then Frieren is just still behind. Like, they're losing a lot of time by her being stuck in that. I mean, it feels like she's been in enough mimics, right? That she knows how to get out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Ah. Please let it be like go in the next room and then she immediately gets caught in another mimic. That'd be freaking hilarious. Little Ren's so cute. Yeah, like she's in her element right now. She seems to be so happy. Yeah, she's so cute. And wow, I was joking about her getting stuck in another mimic. I'm just imagining being over encumbered. Like realistically, how do you bring all that stuff back, right? She's like, what's the word? What are those birds? Is it mockingbirds that just collect little trinkets and they're quite happy? Oh, I forgot how cute she was when she was little. I mean, that's the best part of going to dungeons is the treasure, right? I don't know. It seems like this Proctor, it seems like she's at first she seemed very like emotionless, but she was smiling there. I think she said it herself that she is it seems like she's got a little bit of bias for these two. The fact she chose to follow them in the first place is like she knows that they're kind of like the star pupils. They're the ones to watch out for, right? I finally get to see these guys. Yeah, they've just been kind of forgotten about. My guess is the people, I mean, that little girl who failed immediately, I don't think she spoke one word. So I feel like the more, oh, that's, Irble? Is that her name? Ubel? I feel like the more speaking they do, the more, I don't know, the more of a chance that they have to make it through. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. Ubel's not the one who has that restraint ability. It's him that has it. So it's versions of themselves that they have to fight. That's interesting. This is giving like right when I think of a dungeon, right, the first thing I think of is like other than D&D is like Legend of Zelda, right? This is giving me Dark Link. It's like you have to fight yourself. You have to know. It's like how do you face yourself? Someone who has all the abilities that you do. I guess it helps if you have other people who might be able to overcome it. I guess this is a situation where it would be better to maybe be in a group because if you have a weakness, then you have someone else on your team who could maybe counteract it and they could have, like Pokemon, like they have a strength against your weakness. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say in more concise words, yes. Oh, is that Himmel? Nope, that's the Proctor, right? I'm an idiot. Why would Himmel's not a mage? This wasn't an exam. I would have already broken my bottle. It's Frieren! Oh, of course. I'm an idiot. Of course she would be the final boss, right? She's the strongest one. Oh, shit. I don't know why I thought it would be Himmel. I don't know why. I'm dumb. I like that. That was a perfect replica. All right. That was such a good episode. Okay, that is like everything I was hoping it would be. It's a true dungeon raid with traps and puzzles, and I wasn't expecting clones that they had to fight. Yeah, that was really good. That was, yeah, I'm like already, I think this is, I don't know what the third, if there is going to be a third test, if they're going to get to that point, because we're at what, episode 23? There's 28 episodes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to make it like the end of the season is going to be the end of the mage exam. I'm assuming that would be, the way that you think it would conclude. Because you are finishing the, I don't know, it just feels like that would be a good way to wrap up the season is to them to finish the mage exam, see who makes it through. But if there is a third part to this, I'm like, it's gonna have to be something really good because I think this is my favorite. It just unlike capturing a bird, this feels like this is something I've done in games. So it appeals to me more because it just feels more like personal in a way. And I just love the people who are going it alone versus the people who are teaming up. We haven't seen the people go alone, so we don't know, like, do they make it through, or are they already out? We saw at least one person didn't make it through very far, but it had, once again, a good mixture of, like, we had some action, we had some comedy, because of course Frieren and the mimic, a little bit of a backstory, a little bit of a sweet moment with Fan and the proctor, whose name I forgot what her name is. Uh, and yeah, just like the setup was good. It's like, okay, it's very straightforward, except I feel like it's not at the same time, because they're like the clones. I wasn't expecting that. That's cool, and I love at the end that reveal of Frieren being the one that they all have to basically team up together to fight. I like how Dankin even said, like, if this wasn't an exam, I would quit. Like, he's seen Frieren fight. He knows just how powerful she is. So yeah, I really liked that. And that's going to be a question of, like, with Frieren and Fern, they're going to have to fight their own clones, I would assume, at some point. Like, how is that going to go down? But I really liked that. Was a really good episode. I was excited for this one. As soon as I learned what the next test was going to be, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good one. And it lived up to my expectations. I really liked that. And then, of course, we had a nice little flashback. We had some more, like, Himmel and Frieren. We had that connection once again. Part of the reason that she seems to like being in dungeons, other than the treasure, is that it just reminds her of her time with Himmel. And yeah, I don't know what else what to say, except that was very enjoyable, and it makes me very excited for the rest. So I have to assume, let me see, it was 3 episodes, right, for the first exam to make it through. So this is 23, episode 20, 23. So we got 24, 25, and then 26, 27, 20. That would make sense if there was 3 parts of the exam, each part takes 3 episodes to conclude. I'm guessing that's what's going to be. I could be totally off. So it seems like the next episode is going to be very action-based, is them facing off against these clones. One of them said something about a caster who can create perfect clones. Is it the proctor? Is it her? Is she the one creating these clones as kind of like an extra bit of like a roadblock as of a test? Or someone else creating these clones? Is it perhaps the living grimoire, the blonde elf whose name I don't remember? Is she somehow creating these? Does she have some, like, she created the barrier, so I have to assume she has some sort of stake in this test. Like, is she helping out with the test in some way? Is she involved in it, kind of in the background? Because she's the one who wants to find these first-rate mages, right? Like, the ones who complete it, they get whatever spell, right? They get one spell from her, whatever they want. So she's kind of like the one doling out the prizes at the end. So she might have some sort of, like, involvement in this. So maybe she's the one creating the clones. Is it just something that the dungeon itself does to protect itself, I don't know, from people being able to get to the innermost part of the tomb, of the sanctuary? Is it the proctor who's creating these clones? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get some more information on the next episode, but I can't gush enough. I think this is my favorite episode we've had in a while. I felt like it was perfectly balanced. It just felt like it went at a really good pace, and it just kind of flew by before I realized it. So I'm very excited to see more of this test and to see who's going to make it to the bottom. We know Frieren and Fan are going to, like, that just goes without saying, but, like, who of the other mages are going to make it? Are we going to have some deaths is what I want to know. Like, it feels like the stakes aren't as high as I would like. That's my one complaint. It feels weird to say, like, I want more people to die, but I feel like it really is going to just make you aware of how dangerous this is. I know they have an out with the golem, but if Denkin hadn't said anything to that girl, she was just panicking, she probably would have forgotten she'd had it and just died. So I'd like to see that. Certain characters I want to keep around, obviously, because I find them interesting, but, like, I feel like that would just make it just that much more impactful about how dangerous doing this exam really is, because people obviously have died. We have seen it In the first test, we saw the people, the corpses of some of the mages who got killed. So I'd like to see more of that, as weird as that might sound. But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm really excited to see how this is going to conclude, who's going to make it through, how they're going to take care of the clones, how they're going to take down Frieren. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to wait for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and stay tuned next week for part 24. Until then. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Emily Hornsby, Henry98, Linsby A, Kenju Storm, and Icognito.